What's up, everybody? Serial entrepreneur here, but I bet you can't tell because I got this weird face on. Well, actually, if you've watched my videos, you probably know this is like my office space at home, so you probably do know it's me, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and talk about something super important. So, if you want to see how these two students were able to generate over $10,000 a month from taking my course, they've been killing it. I'm gonna talk to you about what they did that was different from everybody else, and why they were able to get the results that they got. I hope you can hear me okay with this mask on. We'll see you in a sec. Alright guys, what's going on? You're probably wondering why I'm wearing this crazy looking intense Mardi Gras mask. Well, let me tell you, for two reasons. Number one, it's gonna catch your attention. It's a weird looking mask. It's, you know, if you're used to seeing my face, you're gonna be like, well, what the hell? Why is he wearing the mask? That's number one. Number two, Mardi Gras is coming up next month, so I'm still relevant. That's the one thing I want you guys to understand. If you're gonna do something crazy, you should at least make it relevant. Alright, that's a big thing. You can't just do something crazy and it just mean absolutely nothing. I mean, you can, but the likelihood of that being something that's catchy makes it more difficult. So, just understand that these little goofy masks and props and stuff like that help with that. But, oh, I gotta take this thing off. It's like a plastic mask. Kinda hurts your face after a while. Like, I don't think I can wear that to a party. Woo! Okay. So, we're going to just leave the hat there. Alright guys, so this is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about two students. Two very, very dedicated students that I want to talk to you guys about that have seen success. They've taken my course. They might have taken, you know, a couple of their courses as well. But they're constantly involved and engaged in my communities, other communities. I see them all the time, basically busting their ass to do the exact same thing that I'm trying to do for myself. And all they did was take my system, take the educational pieces in my course, and then apply them to their business, and they've been able to scale their business substantially since they took my course. So, let's talk about those two students really quick. And you guys actually might have seen them because they're, like I said, they're always engaging in my group. You might have seen their name before, and I know you've seen at least one of them on my channel before because I had her on here. But I'm going to talk to you about what they did that was different from every other person out there that's trying to start a marketing agency. And let me kind of forewarn you, these aren't the only two successful students. These are just the two that stood out to me because they are consistently engaged. They're consistently trying to do something to better their business. They're constantly reaching out to me to try and get help. They're setting consultations. They're doing all kinds of stuff to make sure that they see success. They're investing every single day in their education, in their business, to make sure that they're able to set themselves up for success and for the rest of their life. That's the most important thing, guys. You want to be set up for the rest of your life. So, let me talk about those two students really quickly. But before we do that, go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that yet. We do all kinds of free content for people who run a digital marketing agency, but not just that. If you own an e-commerce store, if you own a personal brand online where you vlog or you blog, if you own an online course, whatever you own, if you're trying to market that business, all you need is a channel like this, maybe a course or two, and you can learn how to do all of the marketing online yourself for your business. So, if you are interested in that, just check out serialentrepreneur.academy. You can get some more information there. We have a mentorship program that we're running every month. You guys are going to want to check that out. It's $100 a month, and you get 4 live trainings with me every single month where you get to engage with me, ask me questions, stuff like that. So this is a really, really innovative course. Not too many people are doing this. They're not even doing anywhere near as much content as this if they're charging you. And if they are charging you for it, it's probably $200 to $300, if not $1,000, $10,000 a month for that type of mentorship. When you can get it from me for just $100 a month. Super cheap, super affordable, and you'll be able to take the lessons that I'm about to teach you that these students have applied in their life and the way they live their lives to your business and to your lifestyle, and you'll be able to do the exact same thing. Anybody can do this, guys. I want you to understand that anybody can do this. It doesn't matter if you didn't graduate high school. I'm telling you right now, you can do this yourself, all right? You just have to have the drive, and you have to have the willingness to learn, because it does take a willingness to learn. And if you're one of those people, if you dropped out of high school because you hated to learn, or you hated going to school, not even that you hated to learn, you just hated going to school, that's okay. This is a completely different type of learning where you get to get online and you can do it from wherever you want,
where you're most comfortable. You don't have someone yelling at you. And then if you need help, you just reach out and ask me. I'm the one who engages with my students. You guys can get the help you need. Just use these social media links that you probably see down below. Reach out to me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Send me a message there. Primarily Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. That would be best. But send me a message and we'll start talking and seeing what you need to start doing to grow your agency. But let's go ahead and talk about these two students. All right, first one is going to be Kayla Haley. Kayla has been awesome. So let me talk to you guys about her. She started my course. She was one of the very first ones. I believe, I know she got him for $200 back when the course first launched. We did a pre-sale on the course, and it was only $200 to get in the digital marketing school free, or not free, early, because, we hadn't launched it yet. We were just creating all the content for it, and people kept asking it, but I wanted to put a product out there that people could, start learning from. So I put out, I think it was about 40 videos at first, and then we've slowly been updating it over the course of time, adding more content, more value for everybody who's in the course. Not to mention we started our mentorship program, so there's all kinds of value here. But she got inside the course really early, and then she started reaching out to me on a regular basis. She started asking questions in the group. Every single day I saw her doing something different to learn or ask a question or get involved in some way so that she could improve her skills as a digital marketer. So that was the first thing I noticed about her. She was willing to commit. She was willing to put her time and money into an investment that she knew would eventually grow if she stuck it out. That's the thing. And let me tell you about Kayla's story. So she went for the first 4 months without a sale. She was going after, so let me kind of back this up. A lot of people go after lower end clients. Kayla's bold. She went after higher end clients that, you could charge $10,000, $25,000, $40,000 a month to run their marketing agency. She was going after the big fish, which there's nothing wrong with that. They're just a longer sales cycle. You're not going to land them in a month or 2 months. You have to find them. They do their budgets based on a quarter-to-quarter basis. So, and not only that, but they have an annual budget that they have to follow too. So if you're not in their budget, you're not making it on until they're ready to put someone else on their budget. So, or until they at least talk about that budget and work it out to where they can, work back in some marketing costs. Sorry about that. My phone's going off. But basically, you guys have to understand, she went out and she failed for three and a half months until month number 4, she got that call back from the big company and said, hey, Kayla, we want you to do $15,000 on our website and branding. We're going to do $3,000 a month on social media marketing and marketing management to start. And then I think they're working on bumping that up to about $5,000 to $10,000 per month once she gets them some results. So she's been busting ass for them month after month to get their campaigns going, to get more content going, to get more reach for their business. And so far, from what I've heard, she's doing a really great job for them, and they're loving the products that she's putting out for her, or for their business. So Kayla's really doing it, but why was she able to do that? Well, she stuck it out. That's one thing I tell you guys in the very beginning, when I very first start the video. I believe it's the intro video if you're in the course, but I talk to you guys about the commitment it takes. It's not something, you're not going to just go out there and land 40 clients in 2 months. It does not work like that, especially if you're brand new. You have a lot to learn about. It's not just learning the digital marketing. That's what a lot of people forget, is you're running a business. So you have to understand the business side, not just the marketing side. The marketing side is only, 30% probably of actually running a marketing agency. The other side of it is business administrative things and then sales and marketing for your own business. There's so much that goes into actually starting a business that you can't just only focus on learning digital marketing. You have to learn sales. You have to learn customer service. You have to learn administrative things like financial tasks, things like making sure you're legally okay. There's all kinds of different stuff you have to learn, and it's easiest if you have something that gives you the roadmap to basically how to do it. Like, that's the thing. I've gone through this. I know the most effective methods. I know the cheapest methods. I know like invoicing. I bet you guys have looked at sending out invoicing to your clients, and you're probably paying like 0.04, so 4% or 3% or 2% on each payment that you get from them. So before you even get that check, 2 to 4% is usually taken out of that check already. I don't get anything taken out of my invoices because I know a way, I know a bank to use that will let me do invoicing for free because they do everything online. All right, so this is stuff that I've gone through. I know how to get an LLC filed for in your state and city. Or basically your country, your state, and your city, wherever you have to file for it. But I know how to get it for you for, I think, like $120, as opposed to going to, LegalZoom and paying them $500, $600 to set up your LLC for you? Did you know that they charge you $100 to get you your EIN, your tax identification number, when you can go to the IRS website and get it for free in about 5 minutes? They'll email it to you. That's it. But did you know there's companies out there charging $100 to do that 5 minutes worth of work for you? That's the thing. I know how to teach you guys what to avoid and what to do to set your business up. All you got to do is get involved, get educated, start watching these videos on YouTube, and you're set. That's what Kayla did. That's why she's having success. That's why she's working on landing a 40,000, and this is what I was talking, she's working on landing that client that she's been working on for a few months now, but they're working on setting up a deal to do anywhere from $25,000 to $35,000 a month for marketing. Do you know what that'll do for her life and for her business? If she's getting $35,000 a month, I'd say probably 40% of that is going to go out the window for costs. She might pay herself a little bit out of that, and then that leaves probably 20 to 30% to put back in her business. Are you kidding me? Like, the money that she's going to be able to put back in her business is going to help her grow and get more clients, so she's able to scale that to $100,000, $200,000 a month, $1 million a month. That's the goal. Get to that 7-figure revenue stream a month for your marketing agency. At that point, you're running a big agency, okay? And you guys can do this, and that's Kayla's goal. That's my goal. That's this next person I'm about to talk about's goal. And you guys have to understand, they took everything that I've been teaching, everything that I've done for myself and my business, and then they started applying it to their business. They took a proven method, a proven educational system, and they said, okay, if I do this, I can replicate what Jordan did. And if Jordan can do it, then anybody else can do it. I promise you. Jordan's not that smart. Like, I am the average guy. All right? I really want you guys to understand that. Like, a lot of you guys don't know this, and I'm going to do a video on it, but I've had a life. Let me tell you. My life has been rough. I grew up poor as hell. I'm not going to tell you right now. I'll save that for another video where I get real with you guys. But just understand, like, it was not easy for me. It's never been easy for me. I've always had complications in my life, and, you know, there's just a certain point where you have to say, fuck all the stuff that's getting in my way. Fuck all the people who don't believe me. I'm going to do it because I know I can. It doesn't matter if I'm not smart enough to anybody else. I know that I have the drive enough to make sure that even if I can't get it as quickly, I'm going to understand it eventually because I'm going to commit to it. And that's what you guys have to do. That's what Kayla did. That's what this next person did. They committed. And then they found a system that worked and they applied it to their business. You guys can do the same thing. So let's talk about that second person really quick. Kayla, great student. Perfect example of what you need to do. If you haven't seen the video on my YouTube channel yet, we did an interview with her. You can go watch that video. And she left her link for her YouTube channel in there. She's doing a personal brand talking about her journey and her experience and how the course kind of helped her. You can go to her channel. Again, that link's in the description of the video that I did the review with her. But you can go over there, check it out, and she talks about it herself, what she does. And then you can join her Facebook group if you want to get more content and more talking, more educational talk and networking experience with other people in this industry. All right, so let's talk about the next person. Kayla, I know you're going to like this when you see it, so props to you. Good job, seriously. Shout out to Kayla Haley. Guys, and this is something I'm going to start doing for my students. The ones who are trying, I'm going to start shouting you guys out. If you have personal brands, I'll let other people know so that way they can find out about you. You just have to get on here, start engaging, start building your business and doing the right thing. You can get the same kind of attention because they're starting to do the same thing I'm doing. They're starting to build a personal brand in some way. They're not necessarily going to teach digital marketing, but they're going to teach entrepreneurship. They're going to teach, you know, their passions. That's what they care about. They want to motivate other people. And that's all you have to do. You don't have to teach digital marketing to make money. You can do this doing anything. All right, let's move on to the next person. Derrick Bumper, or at least I think that, I mean, not think, I know that's what his last name is on Facebook. I'm pretty sure that's his last name. Derrick Bumper. We're just going to talk about him really quick. You might have heard him as Derrick Sells, but he's on Facebook as Derrick Bumper. He's in the group, always engaged, and let me tell you guys, this guy is a machine. All right, he's doing 2 and 3 live videos, sometimes a day. He's doing at least, 3 or 4 a week. So he's working on his personal brand. Since he joined my course, I believe he joined in November of 2017. Since he joined my course in November, I think he's landed about 8 to 9 more clients. He had been working with 2 or 3 for a few months and wasn't able to scale like he needed to. After 2 weeks of being in my course, I think he landed like 3 or 4 more clients, and then come January of 2018, he landed 4 more starting the new year. I know he's up to 12 clients. I know he's making 10,000 plus, and he's super happy with his business and the change and the choices that he made. He actually, and you can ask Derrick himself, he told me that it was between paying his rent and buying my course. He literally said I had to choose between paying my rent that month and buying your course. And I bought the course, and it was able to take my life and turn it around because I was able to start utilizing the information. I got to quit failing, because that's the thing. And the course is not going to prevent you from failing 100%. What it's going to do is show you the easy things that you don't have to fail on that are just going to waste time and money. It shows you, don't go out and pay for that tax identification number, because that's a wasted $100 that you could put into ad spend or paying a VA to go out and get you business. Do you know what $100 can do you when you pay a VA? If you say, all right, well, I'm just going to file for the tax identification number myself, and I'm going to take that $100 and I'm going to put it into spending money to hire a VA for $4 an hour to sit on Facebook and send out messages to businesses, a templated message saying I'd love to give them a free hour-long consultation. Try doing that. Or marketing strategy session. That's what I like to say. All right. All right. So how much do you think you can get? Let's do the math on that. $100 divided by 4, that's 25 hours. In an hour, a VA can probably send out, I know I did about 40 messages in 30 minutes to different businesses. So let's say they spend the first 5 hours planning all of the niches and businesses they're going to reach out to in an area. Then they spend the next 20 hours just sending out templated messages. Do you know how many messages that person can send out and how many people they're going to be able to get to respond to you? It's insane. You can even work it out to where you give them some form, if you trust them enough, or if you're okay with it, give them your personal Facebook page so they can do it right from your Facebook page. They can log in. You can do something like LastPass where they can log in via LastPass. Do something like that, guys. I'm telling you, they can log in, do this stuff for you, and you can stop wasting your time and money because you know what to do. That's what Derrick told me, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I know that, people, like, when you start to do things, you start to get a name for yourself, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not even that big, but, when someone comes to me and says, hey, I didn't pay my rent because I wanted to buy your course, that almost scares me a little, because I don't want people to, get in a bad spot. The whole reason I started this course was to help people. But he said that by doing that, and by, it came down to he has to do it or he has to move out of his home. He's going to get evicted. Or not evicted, you'll probably be late a couple months before they do that. But, it's going to get even more difficult for him to live his life. He has kids too. So that's the thing, guys. He came down to a decision and said, I have to commit. And when he put 100% commitment into the task, he was able to get, I think, 8 customers in a matter of 2 months. That's killing it, guys. At an average of, $1,000 to $1,500 per client, that's insane money. And all he has to do is minimal work, because if you're doing the base, he said his average client was about $1,000 to $1,500, which that's fine. He's making 10K plus. But that means you have more clients. But here's the thing, you scale down the packages, you're still not doing as much work for each one. The amount of work per business is very minimal. So that's awesome for him. But what was different about Derrick is the fact that I've never seen someone so willing to, number one, help other people, but just engage with every single question asked so he can figure out a way to learn from that. Not only that, but he gets involved with every live video. He's talking to multiple different platforms. I'm pretty sure he's taken several different courses. He's diversifying his educational profile, meaning he's not just taking digital marketing courses, but he's reading sales books. He's reading business books, entrepreneurship books. He's doing things to actually broaden his horizons with regards to business, not just digital marketing. All right. Not to mention that, but the biggest thing that makes Derrick different is his commitment. I've never seen, I just haven't had someone say, hey, I didn't pay rent this month because I bought your course, and then them take it, commit fully, and just grind and get the money. Like, he actually did it, and it was insane. Like, when he told me he didn't pay his rent, I was like, oh, wow, well, I didn't want you to do that, but I really, really hope you're able to get enough information out of it, quickly, so that way you're able to turn that around and start landing some clients. And sure enough, when he said, when it came to no food, no money, no house, or work a shit ton, get the work done, get new clients, and grow my business, now he's completely turned his life around. Now he's posting, I saw him post a post, we're friends on Facebook. And that's the other thing, guys. People get on, and when the ones who really care, they get on there, they not only, go to my free mentorship group. There's a free Facebook help group on Facebook for digital marketers. They join the monthly mentorship program. They get involved in the course. They reach out to my personal page and add me as a friend so that way they can have an even more direct line. They add me on Snapchat, Instagram, so that way they have ways to reach out to me. If I don't answer on one, you best believe he's gonna write me on another because he wants to get it done. And he does it in a way that's not, irritating, and he makes sure that he's, respectful of my time and stuff like that, but he's doing what he has to do to reach out and get the help he needs. And that's the thing, guys. People who reach out and that I can tell are committed, those are the people I help, and sometimes I give them free help. Because I'm not all about making money, but I'm not going to commit my time to someone who I get people all the time, oh man, if you just give me your course for free, I'll pay you back, in 3 months, I'll show you how committed I am. But dude, I know what it's like. And I know that the average person isn't going to commit to this because they don't have the drive. They have too many things going on in their life that they aren't going to drop for, a year, 2 years, so that way they can set themselves up for, financial success and financial freedom and just stability overall with their life. They're more worried about all of this stuff, partying, having a good time because they're young and they only get to do it once. Yeah, well, that's great and all, but when you're 5 years down the road and you have no money, a crap job, and you hate your life because you didn't do the things you needed to do when you were younger to set yourself up for success, you're going to really be wishing that you would have made different decisions when you were younger. I bet if I were to ask all of you, take this seriously, I bet if I were to ask all of you right now, if there's ever been anything that you've done in the past that you wish you could have redone, but you didn't, back then you were like, oh no, I know this is the right choice. I know this is going to be best for my future. And that's the real thing, for my future. But then you made the decision and you realized a few years later, damn, I shouldn't have done that. I took a job and, I'm grateful for it because of the fact that it gave me some educational experience and stuff like that. But I took a job in Jacksonville, before I even graduated college and said, this is going to be a great opportunity for me. And they made me all these promises. And I had a lot of people saying, Jordan, you should just be careful. But I got down there, and this is a $4 billion company. So I was like, they're going to hold to their word. It's a $4 billion company. And I got down there, and they didn't do what they said they were going to do. Even though I was doing all of the management, all of the training for my manager when I was 23 years old, they weren't going to give me the job because I was 23 years old. And they were a $4 billion conservative corporation. They were very, very old school in their ways. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Everybody's made those mistakes, and they look back and they say, oh, damn, if I wouldn't have done that, I could have done this. That's what I'm telling you right now. Don't be one of those people who, gets 5 years down the road and you're 30 years old, or you're 28 years old, or you're 45 years old, because you can change your life at 40. If you guys are in the older demographic who watch my channel, you can change your life at 40, you can change your life at 50. You need 3 years to build this business, and you can be in the 7-figure club. In the 6-0 club, the 2 club, whatever you want to call it, you can be in that club in a matter of 2 to 3 years if you start working now. And people say, like my dad said this the other day. He was like, I just, I don't know if I can do that grind every day and again. I'm like, Dad, this business you work for, like I was trying to get him to do sales for me because he wants to kind of stop doing what he's doing right now. He wants to change jobs a little bit and just let his business run itself. Because he's kind of set himself up now to where he can do that. But I was like, hey, why don't you come work for me? This is an easy cake job. You make good money, and you can do it from your home, from your computer. And he's like, oh, I don't have the energy anymore. I'm not young enough to go grind and do sales. You don't have to be young to do this. Like, that's the thing. It's not a grind. Why? Because businesses want this service. They need this service, and they know they do. Facebook just canceled their algorithm. Or not canceled, but completely changed their algorithm to where nobody can use, or any business that posts on Facebook isn't going to get attention if they're not using ad spend. You know how easy that makes it as a marketer to walk in there and say, Mr. Business Owner, I love what you guys are doing with your Facebook page, but I wanted to let you guys know they've made some changes on their platform. I'm just bringing this survey around to a lot of business owners because they don't know it's been changed. You can seriously, take this example and go try it and see how many customers you land. You take in a pamphlet and say, look, Mr. Business Owner, I just wanted to drop this by. I'm dropping this by for all businesses in the, in my local area. And the reason why is because a lot of them use Facebook to do their marketing and outreach to, potential customers. I wanted to let you know that Facebook just changed their algorithm, and that if you aren't spending in their ad platform now, that they're basically not showing you to any actual people's Facebook page. They completely got rid of their organic reach, which means bad news for any business, at least as far as businesses who aren't spending on their ad platform or don't know how to utilize their ad platform. So I just wanted to drop this quick informational document off to you. It gives some tips on how you can start spending on their ad platform to increase your reach. But if you have any questions whatsoever, you can feel free to give me a call. Also, if you'd like, I could totally come in, set a meeting with you, and we can do a 1-hour consultation strategy call or strategy session on how to get your Facebook ads platform going, what to look for, you know, how to set up ads, stuff like that. I can give you a quick training and you guys can do it yourself. But I just wanted to give you this information. Again, my name's Jordan Steen. Here's my card. And, you know, you can finish it up by saying, again, if you have any questions, my number's on there. Feel free to reach out to me. And then 2 things will happen. They'll either say, wait, what? And they'll ask you to explain more. You might have a meeting right there. Or they'll say, we're a little busy right now, but we definitely want to hear a little bit more about this because we use Facebook. Can we set that meeting with you for the free training? And then that's how you get them, guys. Like, you have to get creative. And you have to understand how to sell something to someone. That's part of what these guys, Kayla and Derrick, they're teaching themselves how to do all this, how to utilize information and how to utilize human psyche, really, to overcome an objection or a deferment. If they're like just trying to put you off and say, oh, well, I don't need your services, we do this ourselves. You need to show them why they need your services. That's what selling is. And then outside of that, guys, these guys are committing. That's really what it is about both of them. It takes a true commitment. It takes a financial commitment because you have to invest. I've invested. People are like, oh, well, why do I have to invest in a program to get it? I can just go on YouTube. And I'm just like, okay, well, that's great. You're not going to make it, number one. You're one of the, if you make it, you're one of the millions who tried and made it. One of them. And there aren't very many. So that's the thing, that you have to invest in your education. You have to invest your time. You have to put in the commitment. You have to get up even on days when you don't want to work and say, fuck it, I'm going to go. I'm going to do it again. I hate this right now. It sucks because I don't like building the ads for the Facebook platform, or I don't like writing content, but I have to do it because I can't afford to pay someone right now. You know, there's times when, especially when I started, I was doing the same thing, guys. I had to write content. I had to come up with, you know, Facebook posts, and I had to schedule the posts, and, you know, it's hard to do by yourself, but you have to do it. All right. And that's how you're going to grow your business, by committing, by educating, by investing time, and really putting forth the effort, going out, doing every day, trying to land new business, trying to bring new business into the business, and then finding a team that's going to help you scale, finding people that will back you and get behind you and support you. You have to have a support system. You can't just do it by yourself, guys. You have to have someone out there, and that's what these groups are for. So if you haven't joined these groups yet, seriously, the free Facebook group is below. It's Serial Entrepreneurs, SMMA, and Digital Marketing Agency Help Group. You can get in that group down there, but you have to have a support system of some kind. You have to have people who are willing to work with you, and that's what I love about my group. Like, everyone in we don't allow sales content in there from outside sources at all. There's no people in there posting, oh, well, this platform's work great. I don't allow that stuff. Everything in there is conversational. It's all stuff that people are going through right now, and everybody in there is willing to share their experience and help. That's what I truly love about this group. There's so many people in there that are just like, hey, this is great. How can I help you? And they get involved, and they pretty much give their advice if I'm not able to at that time. So get in these help groups, get the support, commit to the task that you have at hand, get the education you need, and you guys can do the same thing these guys are doing and start making 10 grand a month, 20, 30, 50, $100,000 a month. It's up to you and how much, you know, time and effort you're willing to commit to it to determine how quickly you're able to grow. So my voice is getting hoarse, so I'm going to end this video on this note. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I hope you guys understand the difference between my course and other courses, and, you know, not even that, but just the fact that you have to invest in one. I tell people this all the time. If you don't want to invest in my course, totally fine. If you don't think my course is for you, if you don't vibe with me, I understand. I don't vibe with everyone either. That's, you know, completely understandable. But what I will say is you need to take a course. I don't care if it's Tai Lopez's. If you feel like that's going to be the best bet for you, I promise you it's not. I don't care if you take Joe Soto's. I've heard great things about Joe Soto's course. There's courses like Maxwell Finn. There's Alex Becker. He does a lot of email training and Facebook ads training. There's Adrian Morrison. There's Sean Vossler. There's Billy Jean. There's, I think Gary Vee has a course. I know he has some books and stuff like that, but I don't know if he has courses. But there's tons of people you guys can learn from. You just need to get out there and start learning. There's nothing else you can do but invest in courses and pay some money. You will take so much longer, and the curve, everybody will be this far ahead, and then new technology is going to come in, and you're just now going to be reaching here, and then they're going to be up here now because they've already invested in new technology. That's what I want you guys to understand. By not investing, here's their incline, here's your incline. You see the difference? Learning versus trying to get free. This is getting a little sexual. But you guys see what I'm saying, alright? Look, the incline is the difference. That's what getting the education does. That's what getting a mentor does. I'm sorry, I'm really weird, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. So, take the education seriously. Get the foundation. Get the support that you need. All of that, all of the training you need. Everything is in the description below, guys. You just need to take action. I can't help you do anything else. I've given you all the tools, all the content you need. All you have to do is move. Start. Shut up. ESPN. I should have turned this off. This is my fault, guys. We're just going to keep going anyways. Look, get the motivation by following others, by engaging with groups, by getting support. Get the education you need by taking courses, finding mentors, getting in groups like I mentioned again, and then start going out there and commit. That's what all these people did. That's what I did. That's what everybody who is seeing success is doing right now, and you can do it too. This video was helpful for you. Throw a like below, tag a friend who needs to see this in the comments section, or share it to their Facebook page so that way they can get this video, because they need to see, sometimes people just need a kick in the ass to get going. Give them this video and kick them in the ass and say, hey, you can do this, man. You can do this, chica. Let's go. Alright? So, I will talk to you guys on the next video. I really hope you enjoyed this. Check out everything we have to offer at SerialEntrepreneur.academy, and visit us at all of our social media channels below so that way you can reach out to me and ask questions. Outside of that, monthly mentorship program launching in February. You got to get there. Yeah, it's going to be sick. You guys want to get in the monthly mentorship program? I'm telling you. Outside of that, I will talk to you guys later. Serial Entrepreneur out. Deuces. Ready to start living the six-figure work wherever, be your own boss lifestyle? Well, at Serial Entrepreneur Academy, we'll teach you how to use a laptop and internet to start your own social media and digital marketing agency. Get started with our free Facebook ads training. Links in the description below, guys. See you in the course. Serial Entrepreneur out.